Hello everyone and welcome to the second half of the Trio Marble Championship Qualifiers. Event 3 and 4 are here, the Snowboard Cross and the Ice Dash. Both of these events are racing events with 4 heats of 4 marbles. The top 2 in each will advance to the next round all the way to the final 4, where medals will be handed out. And after these 2 events play out, we will know which 12 teams are going to qualify for the Season 2 of the Trio Marble Championship Games. Look at the standings. The Scientists currently lead by 4 points over the Red Rogues. Ferocious Flames also on the podiums, and Plasma Stripes make up the top 4. The bottom 4 spots, Laser Lights, Victor Trees, Freeze Burns, and Team Antimatter, currently on the outside of qualification, looking in and hoping that they can take advantage of these last 2 events to get themselves a spot in qualification. Here are the 4 teams already qualified, and they are off for a demonstration. Hounds currently out to a lead, taking a great path there, a nice straight line to cruise to a victory over the Hummingbirds and Lilac Lightning. We pan to the back, and the Polar Panthers, the hosting team, got stuck. Their fans not too happy with that, but the fans of the Wolf Warriors will be. That was a great first half. Sorry, we're not going to see it because the replay is only the second half. But it was a great first half performance, staying off all the walls, which is what you want to do here. You don't want to slalom too much, or it takes up valuable time. And in a system where the top 2 teams advance, you really don't want to be wasting too much time throughout the course. So getting a straight line and keeping it for as long as possible is advantageous. Drift, Spruce, Magnesium, and Stain now. Twilight Tailors with an early lead. Can they hold on to it? On the top lane, we saw the Victor Trees briefly, but I'm not seeing them anymore. They're going to get 4th in this heat. Electrolytes will get 2nd. Victor Trees will not finish, and that has very big implications for them in these standings. They are already in the bottom 4 and likely to get a bottom 4 performance again in this heat, or in this event, sorry. Twilight Tailors will advance along with the Electrolytes. Now, win-win-win. Celsius, Proton, and Pyro. Proton needs these points, but Pyro is out to a lead. Proton is sitting in 2nd place. Can they pass into the first? They can, and they will both advance. Pyro and Proton will move on, but it's Celsius from the Freeze Burns eliminated in the first round. That's 2 of our teams sitting in the bottom quarter already eliminated when we're halfway through. Only 1 has advanced so far. Win-win-win. Takes last place in the heat, but Celsius is hoping the points stack up in their favor. Light, Igneous, Wave, and Crimson now, and they're off. Crimson has a lead, goes very straight, but look at the bottom. Igneous takes it. They're trying to hold on to it. They will lose out for 2nd place, but they will advance along with Crimson. It's a DNF for the Surfers. And the Laser Lights also in this heat getting 3rd. That's 3 of our bottom 4 teams eliminated. The only one to move on came from Heat 2. It's Proton from Team Antimatter, who sits in last place. They're going to have a prime opportunity to pass some of these teams up now, but Light and Wave will go no further. Commander, Dimmer, Chemistry, and Plazu. And they're off. Plazu has a brief lead. Can they hold on to it? It flips around. They get it back, though. They're trying to hold it across the finish line. They lose out 1st place, 2nd place, and 3rd place in the final sector. They had the lead going into the final quarter of this track and just bounce off 1, 2, 3 walls and lose all of it. It's a photo finish for 2nd. Chemistry will advance. But Dimmer and Commander, who got it there? I was busy looking at the absolute collapse we saw. And it will be Commander, and the Camos advancing. Dimmer will get 3rd. Plazu will not advance, but the Commander from the Camos, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it was them or Sniper, but somebody on their team did something very similar in Season 1 of the Trio Marble Championship Games. It's kind of become their trademark. Photo finish across the line and advancing. Now, Stained, Igneous, Proton, and Chemistry. Proton needs the points. Chemistry is currently leading the standings and are leading the event right now, but they fall to 4th place, similarly to how the Plasma Stripes did. Not as big of a fall off. They had a lot more time before the finish line. But who is going to advance here? It will be Igneous and Proton. Stain going no further, but Proton is going to the finals. Magnesium, Crimson, Pyro, and Commander, and they're off. Commander, all eyes on them. Do they expend all their energy in the first heat? Magnesium will win, but they will come across the line in 2nd. Pyro gets 3rd. And it will be advancement to the finals for the Camos. Last time they did this photo finish shenanigans, they did not make the finals. This time, they're rewriting the script, and they will take that 2nd spot. Crimson gets 4th in the heat, Pyro 3rd, but Magnesium Commander will join Igneous and Proton in the finals. It's 5th place overall for Pyro, 6th for Stain. Chemistry, whose team is leading the standings, got 7th as we head to the finals. Magnesium Commander, Proton, Igneous. They're off. Watch the bottom. Magnesium had it briefly. Igneous was challenging, but look at this beautiful line for Proton of Team Antimatter. From last place in the standings to 1st place in the Snowboard Cross. And what a performance there. Taking a beautiful line, just not hitting any of those black blocks till the end. And they hit off of 2, but they keep momentum perfectly. Igneous will get 2nd. Commander lands on the podium. But what a run for Team Antimatter. Their fans are ecstatic, and you'd have to think, with a run like that, that might be enough for them to qualify for the main tournament. We saw it in Event 2, and once again, in Event 3, one of the teams from the bottom quarter of the standings winning big and hoping to aid their qualification hopes. Team Antimatter takes the gold there. It was a silver medal for the Magmatics and a bronze for the Camos. How will that shake out the overall standings as we head to Event 4? The Scientists currently lead over the Ferocious Flames. Magmatics jump 5 into third. The bottom 4 is the Surfers, Laser Lights, Freeze Burns, and Victor Trees. Victor Trees are far behind. Everybody else is really close as we head into the Ice Dash. We see an example of it here. Everybody went to the top side there. Was that the Wolf Warriors that came out on top? They have been performing wonderfully here in these practice events. They do come across all the way to the top and just cut off everybody else's momentum, specifically the Polar Panthers there. I think that was more strategic than anything. The performance there for the Wolf Warriors, just getting to the top and shutting down everybody else. And that performance is what these marbles will be trying to replicate in the main tournament. Remember, it's the same format as the third event. The top two will move on. Neutron, Palm, Wonder, and Title. All eyes are on Palm. Can they advance? Title did, but I don't know if Palm was able to. Watch that top side, because they need at least 7 or 8 points on all the other teams in that bottom 4 to qualify, and if they don't advance, it'll be impossible. They just bounce off there, and they do come across the line in time. Title and Palm, the two teams in the bottom 4, will both advance. Neutron and Wonder are left on the outside here. Basalt, Win, Beam, and Plaz. All eyes are on Beam in this scenario, and they will also advance. 3 of the 4 bottom teams have all made it to the second round. Basalt up there. They didn't need a good point haul here because they're already sitting in the top 3, so they are okay. Just take a back seat, but they launched the laser lights forward. The Plasma Stripes will get third. You gotta be, if you're a team in the bottom that did not advance, you gotta be worried because all these bottom teams are making their way through. Kelvin is who all eyes are on, but Maroon and Sargent also in this heat, and they've both fallen behind. And Kelvin also advanced as all of the bottom 4 have made the final 8. This is very intriguing and also very dangerous for all the teams that were sitting in the bottom and thought they would be safe, because all of a sudden the standings have flipped and they are all currently on the outside looking in. Shimmer of the Shining Stars, another new team, will also advance here. Maroon and Sargent are left out. Pigment, Geology, Scorch, and Calcium. Geology is safe. Everybody else is in need of points. Pigment advances there. Calcium gets second. Scorch, I believe, lost that heat. They are also sitting in the top 3. I believe they are in second currently. The top 2 are out, but they are provisionally pretty safe here. It's those teams in the bottom half that are in danger now. And these two teams desperately needed those points. Will both advance, Pigment and Calcium, for the Twilight Tailors and Electrolytes. Hopefully that guarantees them their safety. Twilight Tailors, one of the 4 new teams. 3 of them advanced here. Wander of the Night Drifts gets 15th, and that may be the nail in the coffin for their qualification hopes. Neutron, whose team just won, gets 9th. We head on to the semifinal. Shimmer, Beam, Title, and Pigment, and they're off. Watch Pigment on the top. They will advance along with Shimmer. The Surfers get 4th here, and they are sitting currently in 13th place. Will it be enough to surpass the others? Also missing out on the finals, it is Beam. So those two now a little bit worried because their qualification hopes might have been dashed with that heat. Pigment and Shimmer both going to the finals. Beam and Title are left out. We head on to the second semifinal. Palm, Win, Calvin, and Calcium. Watch Palm, watch Calvin. Calvin up to a good lead, and Palm cannot get by, and that may be the end of their qualification hopes as well. Calvin going all the way to the finals, but the Victor Trees were behind by a significant margin, and all the other teams in the bottom advanced alongside them. So they have no opportunity to win over points here. Calcium and Calvin going to the finals. Win will get 3rd. Palm gets 4th. Will that come out to 6th, 7th, or 8th? Overall, though, it will come out to 7th. Title with the, I guess, not honors, but it's the distinction of being 8th. Beam in 6th. Is that enough? That's 3 teams who needed points, but 4 teams now with a chance to medal. Shimmer, Calvin, Pigment, and Calcium, who will win. Calcium gets the gold in Ice Dash over Calvin. And there are currently 7 or 8 teams who are scared of not qualifying for the tournament. I can tell you that now the Freeze Burns and the Electrolytes no longer scared, along with the Shining Stars, who look at the bronze medal here. Twilight Tailors, I think, did enough to secure their spot as well. All 4 of these teams with a good effort at Ice Dash. Will it be enough, is the question. Those 3 new teams celebrating, they get 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, but none of them can trump the Electrolytes at the Ice Dash. In the 11th hour, the Electrolytes secure a gold medal for their qualification hopes, Freeze Burns and Sparkling Stars, and then on the podium, but all eyes are going to be on the bottom 4 spots here. Who will qualify and who will be left out? It's the Laser Lights, Surfers, Nitridrifts, and Victor Trees, who go no further. The top 12 separated themselves by a margin of 6 points. Everybody that qualified deserves to be here. Electrolytes win over the Scientists, and the new team Sparkling Stars ending up on the qualification podium. Good for them and good for their hopes as we head to the 2nd season of the Trio Marble Championship Games, and we'll see you then.